All right, welcome to the 8/27 PBC meeting. All members are in attendance. There is no representative for the Council of Aging. Let's go through the agenda. There was no correspondence this week. There was correspondence last week, a few invoices which have been approved, and the town report, which I issued the draft to the person on the email. I forget the person's name, but that has been submitted.
Yeah, nice job with that.
Yeah, very good.
So from there, I'll take it over. Oh, sorry, we need to review the minutes from last meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting,
Second.
All in favor?
July
Aye.
23rd, 2025.
So approved. All right, we can move on to the updates from the OPM. Steve, are you ready? Start with the senior center.
He's talking, but you can't hear him.
I think you're muted. Is it us or you? Hold on.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Oh, sorry, I was muted.
Okay. We good?
Yep, good.
Good evening, everyone. Senior Center update. So, at last meeting on the July 23rd, I had discussed the agreement that we had come to with Seaver. That has now been memorialized. They signed the agreement letter. They signed the final change order that had the credit, and they've submitted their requisition number 20, which is now being processed, which leaves the remaining roofing retainage that was also part of the agreement because of the roofing warranty issue. But we've got $10,441 left on Seaver's contract. In regard to the roof warranty, we had an on-site meeting on the 20th with Vertex, DBBW, Greenwood, Carlisle, who is the supplier of the peel and stick vapor barrier, and a member from Seaver. We were there at about 12 o'clock. There was no visible signs of the ridging that we had seen before, but what Greenwood is going to do is they have a relationship with Gale's Associates out of Weymouth, and they're going to have them look at the design and the possibility that some of the issues may be some off-gassing of the materials, and they're going to get back to us with sort of a I guess a high-level review through Gale of what may be the cause. Now, as far as GAF, who supplied the shingles, and Carlisle, who provided the underlayment, they have both stated verbally that there's no warranty issues with their materials, and we've requested that they put that in writing. We haven't got it yet, but this meeting was just last week.
Steve, how long is the warranty on those? You know?
Should be.
The shingles, I'd have to look it up. I mean, sometimes those things are lifetime warranty, but they sort of depreciate over time. I honestly would have to look at the shingle warranty documents to give you an accurate answer on that. But I can look that up and send that off to Brian to let everybody know.
Thank you. I mean, at the very least, we have to make sure we have some kind of a written warranty in place in case, if nothing, say nothing is done. We still have to make sure.
No, we have all the O&Ms and the warranty letters have been submitted.
Okay.
And were reviewed by the various architects and engineers.
Okay.
We just wanted to make sure that they were going to follow up with their initial warranty documentation with another warranty because of this shingle issue. Greenwood took a couple shingles off the roof and gave them to GAF to take a look at. So they evaluated the shingles, and they took them off of an area that at the time had a ridge. So they've looked at it, and again, we are hearing this verbally now and through an email, but not direct from the source. So that's why we asked for it directly from both GAF and Carlisle in writing with the signature.
Thank you.
So, quick question, the letter is just stating they're gonna maintain and honor the warranty, right?
Correct.
It's not a supplemental warranty, it's just saying they're honoring it.
Correct.
Okay,
That does not give them a way to say, well, there was an issue and, that warranty was void.
okay,
It's almost belt and suspenders. We have it, but we want something else.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, then on the 19th, we went and did the 1-year warranty inspection. The 1-year warranty, and this is exclusive of any extended warranties on mechanical equipment, but the 1-year warranty expires on September 5th. Ed, myself, Carly, and Chris Sonner walked the senior center. We came up with a 16-item warranty inspection list. Some of them were on list already, but we just continued them, such as the roofing. And that has been issued to Seaver. And I sent, Brian, you saw that copy?
Yes, sir, have everybody, yep, everybody on the board has a copy of it.
Okay. So, that was our, in advance of our warranty walkthrough. I mean, obviously something comes up, we can still modify that up until
To the
the
5th.
5th, or I guess the 4th, the morning of the 5th, as long as we get it to them. But, and Beth had sent a couple emails, because I guess she was on vacation, but we kept her in the loop, so she said there's an issue with the Trolson warmers again, that she had contacted Trolson, and I believe that's Ace is the service on Trolson, if I'm not mistaken. But we've got that on the list too, along with the Bosch dishwasher, which I also know Bosch sent someone out, I think last week, to look at that. We think looking at it looked like it was the problem with the door not sealing, and I'm thinking that if the door doesn't seal, it may make the dishwasher inoperable, so there's no chance of flooding the floor. But the one on the right was fine. So those things are underway. The biggest thing that we had that we didn't know about was that ERV 1 and 2 were not operational when we were there, and I guess Chris has been having some issues with it. We sent a couple emails out to both. General Mechanical was the HVAC subcontractor, and then House Controls was the control sub. We had contact information for them, so I sent an email directly to them to at a minimum look on the BMS remotely to see if there's an alarm or an error message. But I have not heard back from them as of yet. I know that Chris had reached out to General Mechanical for a service maintenance proposal, and he also did not hear anything from them. I think some of it may have had to do with the fact that it's summer and they're trying to finish up schools, but they still should have at least said, I'll get back to you. So he has also reached out to PM HVAC, who did the HVAC system at the town hall, to give him a proposal for your HVAC equipment, yearly and routine maintenance. But we did open up a couple of the units. I guess when he had one of the CAM representatives out there, the guy changed filters while he was there looking at the equipment. So the filters in the 2 units are clean. And then there was a bunch of other little things. The only other thing I have is I'm still chasing Pro AV to finish up the work on the monitor in in the corridor so that the messaging can be displayed. And I have not got a date from them. They have been saying that they're trying to get scheduled with the vendor of that software, which is, I think, Bright Sign or something like that. That's all I have for the senior center, unless there's some questions.
The one item, well, two. Is there any way to add to this a column of the sub? It doesn't say who the responsible party is, just a suggestion. And then the other thing is the
Yeah,
Yep, go ahead.
I thought about that, but I wanted to leave it up to
Okay.
Seaver to sort of coordinate the thing.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah, I
sense
mean,
too.
we
Okay.
can certainly do that. We basically know all of them from the project. But
Because
I
it's
can add
not,
that.
yeah, because it's warranty items, right, not punch list. So technically, we should be reaching out to the subs directly, right?
Well, the way I looked at it, it's a 1-year warranty list that's still part of the GC's
Okay.
contracts.
Okay.
I went back to both them and M. O'Connor with these lists.
Okay,
It sort of straddles the line a little bit. I hear what you're saying.
yeah. It's just that after the 5th, then it turns into, I mean, it's still 1-year warranty, but it's expired. But they were identified before the warranty, right? So they still have to fix them.
We
Okay.
want to get on. That's why we do the walkthrough with enough time to get it out there, so that we're not right at the end and allowing someone to say, well, I didn't get it, so it's not under warranty.
Okay, the only other, you probably don't have copies of my meeting minutes, or maybe you do, but a couple items on senior center, the asphalt heaving. Did the DPW make any repairs, or is that still open?
That's still open. When we were there the other day, they were mowing the lawn. They had a crew there mowing the lawn, but the asphalt work hadn't been addressed yet.
Okay, and then we got parking lot stops that you have on your list, right? That's number one?
Yes.
So that's still
Yep.
open. We had the kitchen alarm. It's kind of a big paragraph on this. This had town seeking the HVAC vendor for the maintenance contract will address accordingly. This is that the gas valve wasn't closing, so contractor contacted and the valve was repaired. OPM is
So,
waiting, there was like a report you were waiting for?
Everything on the kitchen issues, that, to my knowledge, has been rectified.
It's closed, okay,
Yep.
that's fine. Maybe I missed it from last time. Warming ovens, we had closed on here, but it's on your list again, so I'm just gonna take it off, because we'll track it on that list, so we don't have to talk about it twice.
Well, they did come out. They came out and replaced the control panels, and then Beth's email from a couple days ago said they went again. So
Yeah, so
it's a second time on that.
okay, it's just that it's on your other list, that's all. 'Cause
Yeah,
What we
yeah.
can do is attach this to the thing. All right, the fireplace that was closed.
Yes.
And then Pro AV, new power supply was installed in the rec room. There's been some changes of scope, still working on opium. Go to the programming is still ongoing. Was the programming done?
That was the program of the car. That's the last thing I've been chasing them on, which is they have a vendor that they have to get to do the training. It's not training direct from them.
So it's still open, okay.
Yes, it is.
All right, that's all we had. Did anybody have any questions?
And
Jim?
that's not on this list here because because Pro AV didn't come under Seaver.
Yeah, correct. It's the owner, yep,
Yep.
okay. Go
Okay,
ahead, Jim.
Bob Briscoe, who's not at the meeting and didn't give anybody a list, he expressed still displeasure at the raised blacktop, and he doesn't seem happy with grinding. He thinks it should all be dug up and the base be, because he says it's just gonna reappear. My feeling is just wait and see if it does reappear, but I think he wants to get it included under the GC's responsibility rather than the blacktopping or whoever else is gonna be responsible if it keeps reoccurring. I was up there last week, and the front entrance seems to have been lowered a little bit. The back entrance I didn't check, so.
Well, the agreement was that we held money on that item and that it is now the highway department's responsibility to do whatever they feel they need to do to correct that.
So my answer to Bob, the next time I'm there and he's talking to me, is it's the highways department's responsibility.
Yeah,
Correct.
we didn't give it away. We basically knew that they weren't getting anybody to come out, so we just said,
And we're not
this
gonna
is
know it's a
what we
problem,
want for money. Right.
and we're not gonna know it's a problem until January, so.
Well, I spoke,
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I spoke to Jared Ferrera, and what he's gonna do, they have a roller, small one. He's waiting for the next, they're gonna be doing a lot of paving in the area.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
hoping he
okay.
convinced the contractor to go by there and just run it over that one time to see if that makes any kind of impact on it. If that doesn't do it, he's going to go in there and find out what's going on underneath. But he'd like to try that first, and see what happens.
Probably have to heat it up.
Yeah, he said that, he said he
You
might
might
have
bring
to.
in the infrared for
Yeah,
it too.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Sometimes that can be expensive.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only, having probably go in twice a week into the senior center as a participant or whatever. That's the only feedback I've gotten from anybody so far.
Yeah, no one from the COA accompanied us on the warranty walkthrough.
Which I'd like to go in a minute, sort of gets me upset. It's their building, their representative, and I understand Bob was on vacation and he had a family emergency or something, but somebody should be
Paul
here
was there.
to express their displeasure.
Bob was there because we asked him why there was a subcontractor digging up around the flagpole. And he told us, oh, we're putting pavers in.
Yes, the $88,000 brick that we paid for in the back wasn't engravable, so they had a fundraiser on the front. And I think about 100 people have asked him about why the holes around the flagpole.
So Bob did attend. Yeah.
No, he didn't attend the walkthrough. He was at the senior
Okay,
center.
so no one attended, okay.
Correct. It was Chris was there for the owner.
Yep.
But not to use them, but I won't get into that argument.
Okay, well, we'll make a note of it. I know Beth was on vacation, but,
Right.
all right, that's it on the senior center. Any other questions?
One other comment, we were asked to get a couple of estimates on doing the reseeding this fall. I spoke to Jared, he's got two estimates in so far, he's waiting for a third, so we can act on that. We're trying to get it done this fall, reseeding. I also asked him on a separate bid to check into whether or not we could put the seeding on a one-year fertilization plan where someone comes in and fertilizes it for 1 year to help it establish itself. If we
Right.
don't do that, we're gonna have crabgrass heaven over there. So we've gotta do something with that. Also mentioned that if he needs people to water it, we may have to line up some volunteers to make that happen. I'm sure we can figure out how to do that.
Yeah, they have one volunteer maintenance guy there 4 or 5 days a week, and I'm sure he could be delegated to stand out there with a hose.
If not, we'll find others that can help. And if we have a problem toward the rear of the property, we've got someone who might have a pump that we can use
Yeah.
to pump water out of the res to water from the back also.
Did you see the select board was getting the three prices? Or Chris was?
What's that?
You said the three prices. Who was chasing those?
It's Jared Ferrari, he's the DPW
Oh,
director.
DPW, okay. Okay.
We have a water ban in town, so we can't use sprinklers, so we'll have to do it by hand,
Got a big pump.
or a big pump.
Okay. I guess that's it on the senior center?
Sure.
All right, let's move on to the town hall.
Okay, for the town hall, the audiovisual contractor that did the work in the select board meeting room has now completed, and they did their commissioning work, which was reviewed and witnessed by Ascentec. So that area is complete.
Do you know when? Do you know what date?
That was the, I think they did the
Was it August 1st?
commissioning on the 1st of August.
Okay, so, all right.
Yep, and they came back and did some work on the 25th or the 31st, and then they did the commissioning that Friday, because it was half day.
Okay. Commissioner, all right. And then we had the milling and
then we-
paving? Sorry.
Then sticking with the audiovisual, we did have, ProAV did come back and do some work. They thought they would have everything done to provide training on August 19th, but they still have some issues. They found one of the cameras for the meeting room was not operational, so they have to replace that. And they had a few other items that weren't working quite well. So we got a list from Ray Cord, which I forwarded to ProAV, but I mean they had their guy there anyway, so we already knew the list.
Okay.
We are waiting for a response as to when they're going to get that completed. But I know the camera they had to reorder the camera. So there was also we had discussed it before that in the closet and in the credenza up in meeting room 233, where we installed AV equipment that wasn't originally planned. There's a little bit of an overheating issue, which I talked to Chris. He's going to put a louver of some kind in the cadenza to make sure that doesn't overheat the equipment, and then an egg crate in the acoustical ceiling in the AV closet right outside of the meeting room to make sure that it doesn't get too hot in those areas. So that's just sort of an aside. I don't know if you've heard about the heating issue or not.
Nope.
I think I had on the last meeting, I talked about the National Grid bill that Resendez/DOT had used power before we got there. I've got that as an ongoing issue because I haven't heard of that being resolved yet. And I know some people have been on vacation and Mike's gone, so I'm not quite sure where that is, but I still have it as it's an open issue for the town. It's not really an open issue for the project.
So I guess one of the things I'm confused, when they put the temp meter in, the town didn't own the property, right? It was still under Clemming.
That I'm not sure, because it was before my time. I've heard that, but for whatever reason, there was an agreement that they could set up there, and if there was a house or something there that was not there when Resendez used that as a staging area.
Because it makes logical sense that one of the three parties, not the town, pulled the permit for the meter. Because the town wanted to pull it because they don't own the property yet. So one of those three are the guilty parties, but it sounds like it's falling back on the town because now we're the landowner and all three of them are kind of just, punting, if you will. But
Well, the interesting thing is that the building department did a search to see if someone pulled a permit for that power drop, which they should have. And they could not find a copy of the permit. But, but National Grid would never put a meter on that meter socket without an inspection from the local inspector. So hopefully it's something that they just misplaced, but they have not had any luck finding out who or which, what the electrician was that installed that. and when.
I mean, you usually have to have a request from the electrical company to put the meter on, so there should be a paper trail.
Mhm.
Was this the one that Jen Reed was gonna try to
Yeah,
investigate?
but, yeah,
Okay.
but he's saying he hasn't heard back, but right now, which is still an open issue, but, okay.
Mr. Chairman, would you like me to look into that?
Sure, that'd be good. I'd be curious to find out how they got power on the property.
Yeah, I'm curious now, too.
Pulling these permits all the time myself, usually the electric company, they send you a price, you know, they usually send you something, and somebody has to pay them. Because they have to have permission to come on your property and all this kind of stuff, so, you know.
I'd like to look into it.
I think something
And,
changed.
And as far as the Plaza Concrete, Em O'Connor has hired another concrete sub to do the work that we requested as part of the agreement to leave that plaza in place. They were supposed to be out on the 19th to do a mock-up on a crack repair, but they didn't show up. I don't know if they've been out there since then. I haven't heard anything from Em O'Connor on it, but I guess it makes sense because you want to have that crack repair blend in as much as possible. We had had a mock-up previously with the original subcontractor that was accepted, but these guys are new, so they're going to have to go through it themselves. So that's still out there, and that's obviously one of the big items on the warranty list. And then, similarly, on the same day we did the senior center in the afternoon, we went over to the town hall, which was on the 19th, and did the 1-year warranty inspection there. Again, it was Ed Fugan, myself, Carly, Chris, and then Ted Graves was there for some of that walkthrough. Because he was actually doing work on the site, doing some patching on walls where there was screw pops and so forth. That 1-year warranty expires on the 25th of September, again, except for extended warranty items. And we had 39 items originally. There was an update from some of the occupants of the rooms. We now have 47, and I sent you, Brian, I updated you with that updated list today.
Yep, printed that out for everybody.
A lot of it's small stuff. Again, the biggest things is the plaza, and then
The lawn.
the lighting control system, getting that in sync. We actually had a meeting with systems, the engineers from GGD, DBBW, myself, strictly talking about the lighting control, because I don't know if you noticed, but some of the exterior lights are on during the day. And Chris is trying to put the building on automatic after hours and manual during hours, because some people are in their room and the lights are going off because it's sensing that they're not moving.
Six still, yeah.
Yep. So,
That happens a lot in the bathroom.
he was on the phone. Acuity Controls is the lighting vendor. He was, and they've been cooperative. They walked him through a setting procedure on the control box, and it just didn't take. So the engineer was going to reach out to Boston Light Source, who is the local lighting company out of Boston, distributor, and get them involved in going through that with Chris and making a site visit, making sure that there's not some wiring issue within the box itself.
So
It's not that lights aren't on, but they're on when you didn't want them on, like on the outside.
So just for record, was Chris the town hall representative in this? Or somebody else?
Chris was the town hall representative,
Okay.
yes.
Just want to make sure I noted correctly.
Yep.
I want to give somebody, one person credit and the other one not.
Yeah, I mean, his office is up on the second floor, so.
Well, I just didn't know if the new town manager or assistant town manager, anybody else attended, that's all.
Chief Clark came in and checked in with us when we were doing it,
Okay,
but I mean, he didn't really need to go on the walkthrough.
okay, then, anything else? I think we have a couple little minor things here, just,
Yeah, that's all I had as far as my update goes. The main thing was that we did over the last month was the warranty walkthroughs.
so phase two work, last time we noted, it said it should be ready for final inspection in a few weeks. Did you do final inspection on phase two?
Phase two is just the site work, so when we get back into the planting season,
Yeah,
for the lawns, they're gonna do the remainder of the areas of phase two, and then the change order phase three, which is that lawn area next to the fire station where we took the old town hall down.
so both of them.
So
is,
it's not ready yet,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
And then we went over reconciliation with the budgets, but I think that's closed, so that's good. Other than that, I don't have anything else on my list.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, sir.
Given that we have another month or so on the town hall warranty, Steve, is there any advantage to having a second walkthrough with maybe an additional participant or two? Check on these items as well as see if there are any that were overlooked, given that you have a little bit more time.
I didn't catch all of that, but that was Kevin?
Yes.
Wants to know if you're gonna do a secondary walkthrough, since we have about, 3.5 weeks left for the town hall, just to see if we miss anything else.
Well, Chris and I talked probably a month before we went on the walkthrough. He issued an email out to all the offices asking the occupants if they had any items, and he got feedback from the office occupants, and we put that into the list.
Okay, great, thank you. And I don't think the new town manager's gonna have anything to contribute to this, but sounds like you're all set. Thanks, Steve.
Yep, you're welcome.
Okay. Anybody have anything else? I know we're still looking for an open position. Did they post it? Okay, it has been posted, okay.
Well, I saw it. Well, saw it.
Okay, guess that's it. Everybody have anything else?
I walked in on the wrong day because they had a posting of all the openings and the building committee was not on it. And I went upstairs and they played the date game with me. I said, okay, fine, so. I just wanted to make sure it was on somewhere.
Okay, so do we need to have another meeting? September? Right before the final warranty?
That's a good question. What does he think?
What do you think, Steve? Do we need to have another meeting? Or is this something, because I,
Oh, when it's needed.
yeah, because I think the last time we left it, that the select board was gonna kind of track a lot of this stuff, remember? That we're gonna, especially that we talked about the money, so that doesn't get misappropriated.
Yeah, I had that conversation upstairs. I had that conversation with the new town manager too.
So do you have any update on that?
He will be here on the 2nd,
Okay.
September.
Yeah, I'm still gonna do a reconciliation of the budgets. As you know, it gets a little tricky because we, move some stuff around. But I wanna make sure that the agreement that we have with M. O'Connor for the credit ends up being solid, which at this point they've agreed to it. And then run the final numbers to see where we stand, because I don't think we've expended everything that we had anticipated for the old town hall. Because as a matter of fact, M. O'Connor gave back 43,000 as a credit for general conditions work that they didn't have to do. So,
A temp heating
we're
or something?
we're still looking good on that kind of stuff. So I still want to do that. I just want to make sure I have all the final numbers. So, and that's,
Okay,
there's no real deadline, I don't think, on that, but I think at some point, we'd all like to know where we stand with the whole thing.
yeah, we just wanna make
I think-
sure, Bob and the new town manager, figure out a way to manage it, that's all.
Well, we're gonna be the safety net anyway, because when this project's all said and done, supposedly someday, there's gonna be money left in the account, and we can make sure that we earmark certain things for that money before we just, before we come up with a final number on the 3 projects. And we can still have some control over that to the very, very end. Make sure we put the money in the right spots.
Okay. Yeah, you may not wanna just transfer that to some other project, and you gotta do that via town meeting. You may wanna hold on to a little bit in case things come up.
We can put them in
Over the
accounts, we can put them in separate accounts that can be,
Yeah.
that can be rolled over each year. We don't have to
For each building,
expend it,
yeah.
like a building account, just to put a few
Yeah.
dollars, contingency money, just in case we do run into something serious, we've got some money, we don't have to go back and ask the taxpayers again. We've got the money available to us to get
This
it
is an
done.
escrow or something, right?
Yeah, we can do an escrow. We can talk to James Flail, who's town accountant, and he can set up a separate account and put some dollars into it.
Okay,
As far as another meeting, I don't know whether we need one in a month. Maybe I don't know if you guys, it doesn't seem like there's anything else on your agenda for the projects, whether you have to have another meeting
exactly.
a month, or we go a couple months and, or as needed, or whatever at this point.
I think we wait until after the planning season, see, then we'll have an idea, because then phase 2 and 3 will be done, right?
Yeah, do you want to say instead of
October?
meeting in September, you mean in October, yeah?
Yeah.
End of October.
Yeah, I think that makes more sense. What do you guys think?
That's fine.
It works for me.
Should we pick a date now?
Or you can just let us know, you only need 48 hours, so.
Looks like the 29th is the last Wednesday in October.
Sorry. I was on the wrong month. Well, 29th. Why don't we pencil it in for now, so we can get on the calendar?
Yeah.
And then,
Hey, Steve, I'm sure you did this, but I just wanted to follow up. This warranty inspection list, you provided that to M. O'Connor as well, right?
I did, yes.
Okay, great,
And they acknowledged that they received it.
okay,
They both acknowledged they received it.
very good, thank you.
Steve, before I forget too, we're having a meet and greet with the new town manager a week from tomorrow. I think it's the 4th, here at the town hall. I'm just letting you know in case you or any of your associates want to come down and meet the new guy.
when is it again?
4th, Thursday the 4th, 6 PM, hit the town, the crane room.
The town manager. Okay,
At some point, I figured I would sit down with whoever it was and just go over, like I did with Chief Clark, just where we're at, and if he's got any questions, he can always reach out to us.
Perfect.
perfect. All right, anybody want to make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, meeting's adjourned. Thanks,
Thank you.
Steve.